Alright guys, fixing to get started on another river otter. Finished getting setting up here. I just wanted to get the live going so people have a chance to get on real quick. There we go. I always have some kind of issues on these, but we're gonna get it figured out here. Damn it, dude. Alright, sweet. It took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Got a fan on, so I hope you guys can hear me. We're gonna get started now. A little bit hot out here. Well, under here, we got a otter hide, so we're gonna flesh it. Alright. The big reveal. What's up, Joe? Look at this otter, man. Look at the tail. Isn't that crazy? I'm not gonna lie, I cheated a little bit. I done did just a little bit right there. And I've done a lot of the face and around the ears, so you won't have to worry about that. But I will have to cover this thing up just a little bit because the flies are just absolutely freaking relentless. Yeah, dude, the otters are weird, man. They're a weird little creature, but we love them. Alright, maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. So, man, I've really been kind of struggling. You still working? Well, man, you can hang out and watch me while you work. If you got time. Well, hello, April. How are you? What kind of hide is that? This is an otter hide right here. I'll tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. Just thought, well, I thought about it earlier. But we're fleshing it, and I'm going to set another hide right here next to me that's already been salted, just to kind of show what it's going to look like after this step. So look, this is an otter hide here that has been completely fleshed and salted and totally dry. Alright? And so at one point it was on the beam just like this one. How'd you get it? Customer brought it to me, for me to can it. And so we have 8 of these things. And we gotta make paddles. I'm just gonna set him, see if we can see it. I don't know. Maybe we'll just set him right here. Never know. Somebody might want to know. So we're going to touch our blade a little bit. Making paddles out of our house. I'm sorry, I'm a funny guy. I was just making a joke. No, I'm not making paddles out of them. We're just canning them. And they're going to be soft. So we got to make sure that our blade's sharp. Stand right here. The way that I tell, I'm in Arkansas, the way that I tell if my blade is sharp, I just feel it for a lip on the edge of the blade. If I don't feel a lip, it's pretty good. Outlandish, how you like that, man? Yeah. I just stuck him up on the eye guard. Go check out Outlandish, man. He's cool. He got some cool stuff. So yeah, I was back here messing with the neck of this thing before I started this because I am learning some stuff about this flushing knife here. And I'm just going to kind of talk about what I learned. And so, right here on the point of this flushing board, I've learned that's where I like to work the most at. I don't want to be down here trying to do stuff. It's really narrow right here, really concentrated, and you have more of the radius of the board right here. And as it comes up to this point, the center of the board is the flattest part of the board, or the center of the radius. It's in this board. But as you come up to this point, about right here, it starts to dip off. Well, that's really nice to kind of work. So as I bring a hide up, I'm just working right here. Bring it up, work right here. I'm never going to be pushing down here. And, you know, I'm used to flushing hides a totally different way. But I think that this is pretty efficient. And I like efficiency, so I'm trying to adopt it. Sometimes, you know, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. So I literally just learned some stuff. And I'm doing it, and it's working, and this is cool, y'all. I might have to get y'all over here or something. But I'm literally just slicing this off. I've got this thing so sharp that, I mean, it'll trim that fingernail like it ain't nothing. And I just sharpened it with this little tungsten steel rod here. It's what I use to sharpen my flushing machine, but it works. So I'm just coming down the edge, and I'm just a little bit of pressure. And I have my blade the same angle as this board, and just slightly tilted up. Heck yeah, Joel. What's up, brother? What's up, Oak Ridge? How you doing, man? Dude, I've been learning how to work this flushing knife a lot better. I've been doing the what do you call it? The flushing wheel a lot, and I just wanted to kind of learn this. So I've been and you can see it just comes right up. But I wanted to kind of get back to this. I used to be alright with it when I was, I used to do it when I was young, but now I just gotta figure it out again. And the cool thing is I like this Weedy Pro knife because I have the sharp edge right here. Alright, and then right here, it comes down at an angle, but this is my dull side. It doesn't have an actual edge on it, right? So when I flesh it, and you're gonna leave a little bit of fat behind, I can just like scud it basically, and just like milk that fat out and get rid of it. Small, high step works great too. Love that small horsepower on a possum. Yeah, man. Yep, that's a good tool, Joe. Little scraper. Got a little high cannon. Yeah, this is not really bad at all. I like the flushing machine I got. If y'all ain't seen that, you want to see it. I got some videos that show it, talk about it, all of that. You can go check them out, man. But definitely a good tool to have. But I think on these little furs, I might be able to get good at this flushing knife and knock some furs out. That's what I'm thinking. I've seen a lot of other guys do it. I'm like, well, man, if they're doing it, I think I can do it too. So that's where I'm at. So you got to practice, right? So as you can see, we are taking this stuff off. All they got to do is take this giant blade and just cut it off. You're just taking it off a layer at a time. We'll go through and milk this fat that's on here. Make sure we get the remaining grease out with the dull side. Whenever you're flushing a hide, you want to try to get as much fat off as you can. Because even when you go to salt it, you can have something that's called fat burn happen on your hide. And that'll just make a big brown hard spot. You don't really want that. But so far we've worked the head all the way down to here. That's pretty cool, man. And guys, I'm sorry, my camera's right here, but I have a TV right here so I can see the comments a lot better. So I don't have to stop what I'm doing and come up to the phone and read it. So I'm not looking at the camera, forgive me. I'm looking at you right here on my TV screen. Anyway, what I'm liking is making just cutting the edges on each side down a certain ways. Come down this one and that one, and then work in the middle, and then pulling it back and just doing that. And right now my plan is just to go all the way down the tail, work its tail. Otters have a pretty unique tail, and so you gotta work them a little bit different than most things. It's like a beaver and like any other regular tail. But yeah, as long as this thing's sharp and you got a good flushing beam, I don't really see any problem with this. I mean, this is doing clean work right here. No holes. I'm totally happy with this flushing knife. How do I sharpen that? So, I'll do it right now. So you can get a smooth sharpening steel for a butcher sharpening steel. I don't have one right now, but I have my little tiny tungsten steel blade sharpener for my flushing wheel. But literally all I've done is I've just set it down. I find my edge, the angle of my edge, and I just square it up once, slice, one slice. And then I go on the back side and I put it level with the blade and I just ever so slightly tilt it, just run it up once. Alright, after that I go through on the bottom and I see if I have a lip anywhere. If I don't, I'm going to check the top, see if my fingernail catches a lip. And it is, I do have a lip on it right now, so then I'll just hit it over, find my angle again, run it over once. Feel for that lip one more time. I don't have one, so we'll fill in the back. I don't have one. And then the old fingernail test. Yeah, it'll cut fingernail. That's it. That's it. Usually like 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ankle, and then just up one time on the back, just to get rid of the bevel that comes off of it. Watched a lot of YouTube videos to figure that one out. Because I tried to just sharpen it like a regular knife. I mean, basically the same principle, but the back of the blade, the bottom side of it, is just smooth flat off. We only have one angle for the cutting edge. But that helps because then you're just trying to glide in between the skin and right underneath that membrane that's on the side. And that way, you're taking it all the way down. And when I'm done, I'm going to do some close-ups of what I have. I'm totally happy with what I'm looking at right here. That's what I'm doing. Totally happy. And not every hide, for the ones that don't know, you're not going to be slicing like I'm doing for every single hide. Some hides just want you to use the dull side like this and just push it off. And I'm able to just milk that fat and get so much of that off. And this Weeby Pro knife is so convenient because I can go, what's up, Ryan? Could you do my deer mount? It wouldn't be too good. It'd be like that one right there. Yeah, I could. But you might want to holler over his taxidermy if he's taking orders. He could probably do it. Like, he could definitely do it a lot better than I could. Yeah, I'm just milking that fat out. Then what I was saying is I like the dull side. I can use it like this and then flip it over and it puts my blade side right side up. That's super convenient. I love that design. I mean, this makes sense to do it that way, but I'm so glad they did. There's a lot to do on this thing. Right now we're going down the back, and we'll have to flip it around and do the sides, and we'll have to, do all the things. I can keep a rag. I just want to keep my blade smooth and nice and clean as I'm going. And because when you're doing this, if you have fat or membrane or anything wrapped around the skin, that's going to pretty well prohibit that part of the blade from cutting while you're working. So I just keep it clean. Make sure your skin's tight so you don't get no wrinkles. If the skin's not tight when you're doing this, when you go to pull on it, it could wrinkle up, and then right on that wrinkle you'll get a cut. So y'all, it's just like, just ever so much, just the slightest amount of pressure. And the right angle, totally focusing on this fleshing beam right here, and then adjusting your blade just slightly at a more steep degree than your fleshing beam. You don't want it going so, such an angle that you go to cut and go forward, because you're just going to go right through that hide if you got a sharp knife. It's working great. I hope, I'm going to get faster at this. One of the things I struggle at is fleshing hides. I can tan the crap out of them, but I struggle with fleshing them. I kind of always have. I'll get them super clean, but it will take me forever. For any of y'all that have been on my lives, the live stream kind of, that you're focusing on the live stream and not what you're working on. It's 50-50. And that makes it take a little bit longer, but that's okay because I enjoy the live stream. So we're going to keep that around. And it seems like a lot of other people enjoy the live stream. So I really appreciate that. But just hoping that I will get faster at this. We got 82 people on here, y'all. Baby, no, Don, this is the otter. If you've ever watched a Disney movie that plays an otter character, what's its name? We can call it that. Y'all, we got 121 people on here, man. If y'all could just double tap that screen and give me a like, man, for this type of work. If you like the type of work that I'm doing, man, please. And if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. Just click that subscribe button because, right now we're tanning hides, but we're definitely going to be getting into a lot more things as the seasons change. A lot of folks on YouTube talking about, a lot of lost skills or the skills that not many people do. And I'm just trying to be one of those people because I have acquired some of those skills, man. So, yeah, Don, much respect, dog. Yeah, man, if y'all can hit the like, please do, man. Help me out. Hit that like. Hit the like. Sometimes, man, I don't get into analytics, so, if I'm managing tonight, and I got 126 people on here right now, man, please touch that like button. Touch it. Just touch it. That's all you gotta do. Touch it. We always touching stuff we shouldn't be touching. Just hit that like button. You're supposed to touch that like button. You're supposed to touch it. Man, y'all ain't touching that like button, man. Y'all about to hurt my feelings. They're like, we don't care. Flesh that freaking harder. Alright, man. My bad, y'all. Someone gave me a like and took it away. What's up with that? Thanks for that partial support. You gave me a like and took it away. Now I don't know what this is going to look like once I get to the belly. If y'all know anything about any of this, Man, my phone overheated, but it's okay because I cooled it down. I got a fan for it. Should be good, I hope. Alright. We're back, y'all. Sorry about that. Check out this box hide. Tail, the guy that brought it to me, when I went to strip the tail, it like disintegrated. So I'm thinking that he left it out too long. The ears did the same thing, but we were able to save most of the face and at least the fur. So we've got good fur. Good fur, let me say. We'll just There. Alright, yeah. Yeah, my phone over here, guys. So I'm just checking every time I sharpen it, I'm just feeling. My main goal is to make sure I don't have a lip on either side of this blade. Because then the blade can just smoothly grind or glide through in between the skin and the membrane. That's what I'm seeing, man. That's what I'm seeing. So, as I'm doing it, like I'm getting a slide and I'm just kind of coming up. So I'm just doing like a little J hook. This is ever so slightly. And I'm doing it dramatic right now. But as I come in, I just come up just a little bit. You might see it. And that way, it's keeping me from at the furthest part of my slicing. That's where I've got the most momentum. So I'm trying to come out of that because, you know, for whatever reason my angle's off and, you know, I'm not digging into the skin. I hope that makes sense. I guess I don't do it every time, but I guess it can. We definitely have slicing motion going on right here. Go through and scud the fat. You can see just what we're getting off. You know, we're getting, it doesn't look like a lot, but then it's all spread out over there. So I mean, you're going to have a lot of bull crap. What's this, Robbie? We got us a river otter right here. We're just flushing us a river otter. And you know, we're going to knock this tail out here in a minute because it's going to be the most tedious thing we're going to do tonight. I've already done the face. That's a pretty tedious task, a lot of detail work. But the tail is built different. That's pretty much all I can say about that. Because we're going to get into it right here in a minute. So I'm just going down the edges, and I'm just kind of creating my runway. Give us how many shrimp we eat while watching Dave to Think the City. I'm from Brother 13, but I feel like I should do more. No, I'm probably 13, but I feel like I can do more. What about you? Okay. We're going to continue watching this blade. We don't want it to get away from us. But don't take much, y'all. Hey man, have you ever applied your skills to these bipedal creatures? Oh, I don't know what that means, man. Is that some kind of cornbread or something? I don't know what bipedal means, man. You have to tell me. I know a lot of people ain't just sitting here filling this blade like this. I am, because even though I've been canning a bunch of hides, even like, oh no, man, you know, I've changed my ways, dude. I don't do that anymore. Triggering me, not blade. You're triggering me, man. This is great, man. I'm sorry, guys. This is so good. Alright, so we ran across the entire top of this thing. Alright? Just doing it like this. So we're just going to keep doing it. I honestly feel like Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. Crazy, man. Palestine. What's it for my people? Alright, so look what we've done. Let's give y'all a check. Let's give y'all a look. Oh, hey, man. What's going on? Okay. Sorry, guys. Truly don't know how to connection issues on the TV thing. Hold on, guys. Make sure that we're all good here. Okay. And so we worked on the face. I split the nose. Totally took the cartilage out of the nose. Okay. Cleaned up around the eyes, ears, sides of the head. Where the whiskers are, they have really big whisker pads, so we're going to have to do a little bit of work on that later on, a little bit more. Probably going to pickle it first. So we've gone down and done this right here. And so that's fairly clean work for a blade. We've gone all the way down to this. Try to, okay? Now we're getting towards the edge. It's a long thing, man. This animal is freaking long. So we're gonna get down to this tail right here. Oh, it's not working. Right here. So once we get done with this tail, we're just gonna work the entire body of this thing. And I appreciate y'all watching, man. And liking the live. I do. That's kind of fun. But, no, dude, this is obviously not. But anyway, it's an otter hide. We're working on it. Fleshing it. So we can utilize the skin, fur, cool stuff. So now we're on the back of, like basically on top of the legs, very back of the back. Alright. Going through this way, we've made our runway. And now, this is our workstation. Right where the top of this fleshing board comes down to this point, it goes down. This is the area where we want it to work at. We want to come down here. We probably will for this tail, but if we can help it, we want to stay right in here. That's what I'm seeing it to be the most effective. Utilize this tool much more on this flushing board right here. And this flushing board is clearly designed for this tool right here. So we're using it, I believe, as it was intended. Again, I'm not coming through here applying a lot of pressure. Most of what I'm doing. Hey, thank you, Russell, sorry. He's doing his trade manner of lost art. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Alright. So now we're scudding. We just flush it. So we'll take our dull side and scud. And that's just basically pushing that grease and that fat out. And it's anything that may have been left on there comes off, so we just left with a smooth surface. So this is a good finish on here right now. That's good. And once we get done with this tail, I think we'll be able to run through this. We've been on here for 38 minutes. I've probably done more in this 38 minutes than I would have on my flushing machine. My flushing machine does a good job, but it's a machine, man. This is just a real thin hide. When it's green like this and you're flushing it, it's kind of a difficult thing to do. And now, when a hide is pickled and you put it on a flushing machine, like a thin hide like this, it's not bad. You can thin it, all that. But because it's thicker, yeah, the pickle will pump up that skin, so it makes it easier to do on the flushing machine. So I think I like what we've got going on here, y'all. I like what we've got going on. So now we're just coming to the base of this tail. We're trying to get to a point where we can introduce the flushing knife to the tail. So on these animals, right at the very bottom of their tail, on the base of their tail, at the bottom, there's a gland there. And you'll find it on most things. You definitely find it on squirrels, beaver, skunks. But as you get here, I got to wave this hide up here. I guess I can just throw it like that. And make it not just want to slip right off. We're just trying to get that gland off right now. Base of the tail. And it runs all the way down to the skin. So to finish it off, we might just grab a razor blade right here. Work that gland out. And we'll come over here on the other side. Do the same freaking thing. I prefer to have a razor blade in my hand. I feel like, what's up, Captain Cornball, what's up, Jackson? Yeah, I like to have a razor blade in my hand. I just feel like I have more control on what it's doing. But you can get like number 11 razor blade. You can have a nice handle for it. Some people like that. I probably would too if I had one. But be a day for that. Alright, so we're going to hold this hide up. And get this right here. Can you see? Let me try to show you. They're right in here. Let me try to show you. This is kind of important. This is what I'm working on. So the way that this thing is there's a tailbone that runs down here. You can tell where the seam is as opposed to the tailbone will be in the middle. And it's very slender, but what's on either side right here is just these long tubes of fat. So what that does, it makes like a little pocket on either side of the tail, and it has the steam comes up and around, just having these fat pockets in here. So if you lay it flat like this, you really can't. But what we're going to do is kind of push these edges open as we go down, and this whole tail will lay flat. It's going to look huge. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to try to do. It's hard on the otter. Might have to do something else. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, that was something new for me. I'm going to just do what I did on the last one, y'all. So we're going to do a little bit of razor blade work right now. And instead of fighting with that, I'm just going to peel out these tubes of fat running down here, and then I'm going to take my mini cluster and just clean it up real good. And we're going to move on. We get a new blade so we can zip through the thread. Yeah, we're going to try to see. We got 43 minutes, so yeah, I'm just going to time myself just a little bit. That's the thing with doing hides. I mean, you can't rush too much of nothing, because for every mistake you make, I mean, if you cut a hole in a hide, you can sew it back up, but you'll always be able to see where that little hole was. That's just how I look at it. I just want to keep it super good. We're basically skinning the fat, we're skinning the hide off this fat. You can see how that's wanting to lay down more now. That fat is right here. So it's just going to work our way around. Now we come up in here on the inside of the tail. We have this totally laid out open now. I ain't trouble. What's up, man? But you back. Hope all's well with you. We're still going, man. Still pushing on. This fat's pretty hard. In places. Those places is actually pretty hard. There are people that are skilled enough with that, just me, yeah, man. Oh, I thought you said pretty otter. Yeah, I know it, man. Otters are such pretty animals, they really are. It's always sad, take a life of an animal, but I guess it just depends on how you look at it. But I'm going to show y'all that tube of fat. I'm getting it out of here, just getting it out of here roughly. Having my mini clip to get the rest of it out. That right there is just sitting in on the inside of the side of the tail. So you can see the difference. Obviously this one's pulled over. What, a regular small blade? Yeah. The regular or razor blade? Yeah, that's what we're using. It's good for tedious work like this. So we're going to pull this otter down, and we are going to do the same thing to the other side. And then I'll pull out my mini flesher, and we'll clean this up. I might actually be able to just hit it with my fleshing knife now that it's flat. That was my issue, is that the fur was curled up like this right here, and can't get my fleshing knife in there. So that's why I'm kind of doing it by hand right now. But it'll be flattened out, so we might be able to just take a knife to it. That would be ideal. But I've got the mini flesher, and it'll definitely clean it up. And we might just do it. We might just pull the mini flesher out. I like to have any excuse to use that thing. I'm going to go ahead and split the tip on this side. Split down the middle of that fat, just so it'll at least lay down. Kind of continue to go around the bottom of this fat right here. So you can see this tail is now laying much more flat. Carlos, you're not supposed to eat opossum grease, or you can though, you know. Opossum grazer, man. And basically, my rule of thumb, I got this from my dad, from Works Out Grazer. But anything that's got hair, like any critter that's got hair, whether it be on the side of the road, gifted to me, I killed it, but if the fur ain't slipping, then the grease is a dripping. By that, I mean we fix to cook that bad boy up. Hold on a second. Alright. And that's funny stuff. Alright, so we're coming in on the bottom of this tail. We're going to get this fat off. But anyway, dude, this is a otter, not a possum. Alright, so there we go again. We got that. I think we are going to touch it up just a little bit with the fleshing knife, mainly just because I just want to try it out with the fleshing knife. Anything, just clean it up a little bit for the mini flesher. Alright, we're going to the mini flesher right now. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do it. I can already see that I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. So, thing real quick. I'd like to custom build it and for a whole my new 1911. I'll tame your hide. Yeah. Man, yeah, if I made some of that stuff, I would definitely offer my services to you. But I don't. But I can tan the hide anyway. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be cool though. Alright, so what we're going to do, if you don't know, this is a mini flesser. It just fits into tight spots like this tail right here. So we're going to kind of put a little bit of pressure on it, work around this thing. Pretty much just going to skew that crap that shit, side by the be like that. Oh, nothing, bro. Nothing. Shitting myself right now. We all get some stuff in our heads sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Me too. Alright. So we're going to finish up this, he said, what? My bad, bro. My bad, man. Wide open now, alright? Super thin, alright? A lot of fat was on there, so we definitely have a lot of grease. We're actually just going to wash this head down real good. I say real good, just a little bit. So, hey dude, Jesus. Hide, yep, this is a otter hide. So we're going to make sure that we go ahead and cut some stuff off the edges that's hanging. Make sure we get that off. And we'll move on with this. I'm going to push off some, we'll scud all this too. Make sure we get off any excess fat that's just sitting there. We'll make sure that we don't rip our tail. A lot of oil here on this part. We want to make sure that we get the most of it off. Fat and oil, man, that right there. To think that it looks good, whatever, or good enough, you go to put salt on it, you think that it's going to be all good, but it's, you know, it's not. It's got all that oil on there, and that's not what you want. It's still going to be some, but when you're doing what I'm doing right now, definitely not going to have a lot. And the salt will suck up some of that freaking grease. It'll be all good. So let me show you. This is now what we're left with. Wide open tail. We don't have all that fat inside no more. It's totally good. Alright? Alright. Alright, so let's move on. We're going to stick it back in here. And we're going to have the side that we worked on. It's going to rotate where we need it to be, honestly. That's what we're going to do. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this rag, and I'm just going to kind of dampen this. And I'm going to put this trash bag over it, and maybe it'll rehydrate. I don't know. Let's see. Because I don't want this thing to dry out on me. I don't need it to be like super wet, but I mean, I don't want it to be super dry either. What's up, Captain? What's up, Rover? Alright, so we got this thing wet. We're just going to put it over the side that we're fixing the work. But like I said, like I have said, we're mainly work right here. So, anyway, it's going to cover a lot of stuff up that, everybody may want to see. But it's hot, and it's what you got to do when it's hot. Alright. Here we go. Rag. We'll kind of clean this up a little bit. So we've done the two parts that take the longest. And that's going to be the face and the tail on the otter. So now we just got to go through flesh the body. I'm just checking the quality of my blade, making sure that I'm good to go. We're going to start pretty close up to the face. We're going to be going on the side of this animal, so we're going to be getting into thinner skin. So we're going to need to be aware of that as we come up off this neck. Close the distance on his arms. So we're just going to make our runway like we were doing before. I'm just cutting all the way down the skin on both sides. Coming up pretty close to the head here, trying to get my body out of the way. Trying to touch up where I left off on the other side. So now we'll just work this off. Sometimes, like right here, there's not a lot of anything, so don't really have to hit it a whole bunch. Hey, we got 95 folks watching, and we got 45 likes, man. I appreciate y'all. If y'all's hanging in there, man, you ain't like the video, please go ahead, double tap that screen, hit that like button for me. I'm gonna have some different. I got some videos on my channel about tanning hides and some other things. I'm really liking these live streams because it's like, yeah, it gives me something to do while I'm doing this, and I get to teach a little bit. So if you like the live streams, at least go ahead and subscribe so that you can be a part of them anytime that I'm doing one. I try to do them as often as I can. It's been really hot lately. So it's been kind of hard to get out here and do them. Even though I have several hides that I need to get tanned. I think I'm going to have to rotate this just like that. Alright? Tuck that down real good. Hide, kind of hydrate a little bit so it ain't so dry. When I'm scraping that hide like that, it's pretty important because, you know, if you have a grease spot on a hide, then that's going to be a spot where it's going to be hard. Like, that's one reason why I like to flush my hides, and then I like to salt them for 24 hours, and then just throw them straight to the pickle bath. Like, then they don't have enough time to get grease burn. So like this hide right here, as you can see, is totally white, a real tan, light color. And this is an otter hide that I fleshed and salted. And I'm just leaving it salted right now. But I don't have to worry about grease spots on it because I know that I got it cleaned up. Like I don't have to. You know you're doing a good job on them, and you're not leaving freaking fat on it and stuff like that. You can go ahead and just freaking salt them and leave them like that one. But it's something to be mindful of. If you're flushing the hide, you gotta get that fat off. And there's a lot of times there's fat on the outside. You got the skin, the layer of fat, membrane, another layer of fat, and then the meat. But as I'm looking at it like this, I got fat, meat, membrane. And then right under, there's like a little section of inner fat right here. That's what you want to be looking for. Like, make sure you're getting through the skin. And coons are real bad about that. Coons got fat freaking everywhere, man. We just want to glide right between the skin and the membrane. Not a whole lot of wiggle room. As long as you're not applying too much pressure, you got a sharp blade, it's going to be okay. Yeah, Jacob, it's the otter right here. We're going down it, man. We're going down this thing. And I look like it because I got that trash can or trash bag up on it, but we're working our way down. Getting this little lip right here. On our blade, we don't want that. Good, feeling good. I'm fixing to change the camera angle. I want a lot of y'all to see, like, really what's going on. So in order for me to do that, sorry guys, I'm like, what happened? We're still alive. Something happened. Hold on. Dang. Well guys, I guess my phone's not going to charge up like I want it to. It's charging, but it's also, this is draining the crap out of my battery, so unfortunately I'm going to have to stop a lot. But it's okay, because I'm about to blow through this thing anyway. It's getting late. It's like 8:46 for me, but I'm just going to show you guys, this is what we have done. We've done quite a bit. All we have left is to finish this side, come down this side, and then go straight down the belly. And it's pretty much going to be done. But we have done a freaking lot right here. But I've hit over an hour on this live, y'all, so we're getting a bunch done, and this is actually the first, like, I don't know, man, the first success video. You're welcome, Walter. Video of this fleshing knife. It's like the best that I've been able to do on it. So hopefully it will only get better. You guys, I really do appreciate you watching. I got 5 more otters left, 2 coons in here. I plan on doing lives on every one of them, as long as it, yeah, I plan on it, pretty much. Anyway, I'm going to get up off here, y'all, and I'm going to finish this out, and I'm going to go to bed. I got to work tomorrow. So, man, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on the next live. It's funny because it won't even let me get out of the live. It's weird.